analyzing one's potential. So it's important to understand that one's potential doesn't belong to this existence. In fact, one's potential is effectively harnessed within this existence, as the potential of existence is infinite. We have, we are, and we always will be infinite. And what's important to understand is that it's only this existence which tries to create the bubble of potentiality. And within the bubble of potentiality lives the limitation of existence. As long as we live within the bubble, we are the limitation of the bubble. What's important to understand is that our infinite existence doesn't belong to this reality. It belongs to the greater good. It belongs to the higher self. And it's the higher self which is ultimately sending the guidance, the wisdom, the knowledge, the intuition within a stream of frequency which we're perceiving within ultimately so many different angles. It's almost like light shining within a code of frequency which we're perceiving within infinite ways through this reality we're perceiving as guidance. So we don't just receive guidance in as a form of knowledge. We receive guidance as circumstances, actions which we produce, circumstances which happen, moments of time which we can look back and think, how did I act? Almost, without any thought. I just acted, I reacted. We ultimately use that reaction as a form of learning and a form of awareness. So ultimately the higher self is communicating with us every single moment in this lifetime, as the actions which we're producing is creating reactions for us to ultimately learn to understand that everything is being guided for the higher self to ultimately show to us that this reality is only a form of existence within the quantum field of infinity. So what this means is that this reality is essentially an existence within infinity, and that this reality is only an existence. And what's important to understand is that when we're living in this reality, it's important to take this reality for what we must, which is like, we have to survive. So it's important to survive. But we don't necessarily need to take that and then take from others in order to promote ourselves a sense of it's almost like we need to prove something to ourselves. And oftentimes we prove something to ourselves because it's something that we almost feel that it's like a program. Unless we feel literally compassion, we will become compassionless. And it's that very basic principle of like, when we feel compassion, we start to, and what is compassion? We must understand compassion itself is an awareness. And that awareness is a sense of guidance, a guidance to feel and connect within a frequency of existence. And that frequency of existence is literally awareness. And if we lack in compassion, we lack in awareness. And what's important to understand is that it's all about balance in this reality. This existence, this reality is about building balance. And it's that balance which we build is a frequency which we build, which then when we leave this reality, we move forward within that frequency of awareness.